All right, so I wanted to talk about a very shocking trend in the EU. The number one golden visa, most people are choosing this EU permit over Portugal. And this is particularly crazy and shocking because Portugal is the most marketed option. Everyone talks about the Portuguese citizenship. In reality, even to get the residency takes 18 months. It's a very long process, but that's really the marketed option. In this video, with proof, I'm going to tell you why most people any day would choose a different type of golden visa because it's lightning fast. In 15 days, you have a EU permit in your pocket in 15 days. I'm going to prove this to you. And I'm also going to prove to you why this is next to free option, least amount of capital. This is the cheapest golden visa by a fair margin. You're going to earn money and you're going to retain all your investments and you're going to get this golden visa. A lot of people want to have the Schengen mobility. They want the access. They don't care about physically living there. They have better things to do, better places to visit. And of course, EU is an important region. You want to spend some time there. So not all your time, maybe a month, maybe less than that. Whatever the case might be, maybe it's your Plan A passport. You don't want to use that. A lot of people don't want to use their home country Plan A nationality. Maybe that passport has a visa-free access to the EU. But what you're looking for is the second passport. Maybe it's a shitty passport. Maybe it's a Plan B passport, whatever that case be. You want to have that legal identity. You want to use that. You want to strike the Schengen permit, and then you want to have permanent access to that region. Typically, a lot of marketers sell investors and expats on the Portugal golden visa, but it's very important to get the ground level reality, get the right stats, and talk about the most popular option. Most people are going for something other than Portugal. There's a top golden visa that I want to deep dive into. And it is, and I had a poll. We have advanced members on this channel. They want to discuss important topics. They want to be insiders. They want to comment and they want to voice what they feel is the most important option and what they want more information on. And the poll was discussing three options. First was the Latvia golden visa. This is the cheapest and the fastest. 10 to 15 days, and what else do you want, right? This is crazy. It's in stark contrast to other golden visas in that region. Particularly, I'm talking about Portugal. Now, if you do the Portugal golden visa, you're looking at up to 18 months. That's crazy. That's insane. So you're putting in so much capital, and then you want to wait for 18 months to get the Schengen permit. That's why I'm going to talk about Latvia in a lot of detail. The third option was Greece, and the results were staggering. Now, I thought, based on lack of understanding of these options, most people are going to obviously say Portugal, but that's not right. Most people voted for Latvia, and we had over 300 participants on this poll, and they chose the Latvia golden visa. It wins by a fair margin. 57% of people actually chose the Latvia golden visa over the other options. Greece 10% and Portugal only 32%. I'm not going to discuss Portugal or Greece options in this video. Here I wanted to particularly focus on the Latvia golden visa option. Now, why is Latvia so popular? Two very important reasons. It is dirt cheap. It is the cheapest golden visa by a fair margin. You're only looking at 50,000 euros and you're not donating this. You're not giving this money to anyone. You're simply putting this money in your existing business, right? So you're keeping the money with you if you want that option. The second option is that you invest this in a different business. And we work with 4 to 5 real good companies. They cannot be the top of the top companies. They cannot be the rock bottom companies. They have to be in between where they qualify, meaning they have to have a certain minimum income, certain maximum income, and certain guarantees in place, and certain number of employees in place. So the immigration looks at all these stats. Then yes, 50,000 euros works for these companies. You can invest this money. You're going to strike legal contracts And the attorney, right? Our attorney who specializes in this, who guides you with this, would help you understand the legal agreements, the safeguards in place. You do get returns. So based on the lock-in period that you're agreeing to, let's say the minimum being 5 because you want to lock in this for 5 years, you don't need to lock this in. All right. But if you don't lock this in, there's no company that's going to promise you any return on investment. But let's say you're willing to lock this in for 5 years with the right company. They give you a certain percentage. So you're earning passive income on this amount. You're going to get this buyback, a guaranteed buyback. So you're going to get back your money when you don't need the golden visa. And then once you lock in this capital, the state fee is only 10,000 euros. This is insane. So 50K stays with you, or you're going to get that back after a certain point in time. 10,000 euros is the fee for the golden visa for the state. And then you have access to all of EU, and you can indefinitely keep renewing this visa type. Obviously, you're looking at some attorney fees, and we have specialists, and you want a specialist in this who can get you this option lightning fast. I'm going to come to the speed in a bit, but before that, I think the other thing that you want the attorney to specialize in is liaison with the right company. So yes, selecting the right company would be between you, us. Obviously, the attorney plays an important part in that to make you understand what are the risks, what are the rewards, what are the safeguards in place that you should look at, and then reviewing the contracts and then agreeing on the terms and then signing that, and then utilizing that capital or that contract for the golden visa purposes. So all these things are very important. At any point in time you are interested in striking the Latvia golden visa, we specialize in this residency type. You can always click the link, book a call. We can discuss if this is the right solution. We can explain this, answer your questions, and then obviously work with the attorney to get you immediately onboarded. Now let's come to the speed over here for a second. Now, unlike Portugal, I would say Portugal, it depends, but specifically talking about Latvia, if you have a visa-free access and the attorney would help you with the visa, without the visa, whatever the case might be, but let's say you have a visa-free access, you can enter Latvia. And in 10 to 15 days, and none of this is immigration, legal, tax, or finance advice. You're obviously going to work with the attorney. You're going to confirm all these stats with the attorney, the latest processing times and that kind of stuff. But in 10 to 15 days, you enter Latvia, grab your golden visa, and you leave. And for extensions, you only need it for 1 or 2 days, depending upon how fast you want this completed. And it's a complete paper residency. You really can't go wrong with this golden visa. You're keeping your 50K, only looking at putting $10,000 one time, right? Not required for renewals, one time to strike this residency type using your Plan B passport. And then you have a lifelong EU residency to keep. Again, this is not, if you're looking for citizenship, I would say Portugal might be slightly better. Of course you can get citizenship from Latvia, but Portugal is more citizenship friendly, at least in theory. But Latvia practically is the #1 choice for a lot of expats. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Which do you agree that Latvia is the best EU golden visa? And if you feel there's something else that's better, then put that in the comments down below. And if you aren't subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We want to grow, we want to get you more content, we want to obviously bring you more valuable stuff. So if you're subscribed, then it'll really help this channel grow. And I'll promise you, any changes, any updates, any new programs, you will be the first one to be notified. All right, I hope you liked this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up and catch you in the next one.